Froggy 99.9 plays the most country. There you go. Some Dierks Bentley free and easy. Down the road I go. It's Ben Merritt hanging with you here on your hump day, middle of the work week. Thanks so much for hanging out. It is going to be a great, busy day coming up with our Text Club question of the day, brought to you by the Bank of North Dakota's College Save program. What's a backhanded compliment that you've received in real life? Like someone told you in real life something that they thought was a positive, and you go like, not so much. Text that in, 35270. We'll talk about that coming up in less than a half an hour. Plus, tell me something good, the good news that Penn State's been working on. These are the kind of scientific studies that I am all about. Dad jokes, shower thoughts, random facts, plus Garth Brooks invited Travis Kelce to the grand opening of his brand new bar, but only on one condition. And we'll talk about that coming up in Nashville Now. But first, your country quickies on the way. What kept Kane Brown from attending the wedding of an old childhood friend and fellow country music star? Plus, Luke Combs did something that hasn't been done since the 80s. And what's brewing in country music scene has Morgan Wallen fans on social media buzzing with anticipation. We'll dive into all that coming up in 8 minutes here on Froggy. But first, it's Parker McCullum. Froggy 99.9 plays the most country. There you go with some Rascal Flatts. One of my favorites from them, that is Mayberry. Country Quickies. Morgan Wallen premiered a new, unreleased, untitled song unexpectedly while performing alongside Hardy and Ernest at an acoustic show in Nashville. Here's a small clip of that new song.
Miss me as I miss you. Snowballs to a phone call, sounding so stupid, baby. But the truth is, and now the proof is telling me lies, lies, lies. Look into my eyes. I'm still a fool for you. Nothing I wouldn't do for you.
No official word, obviously, on the untitled, unreleased track that just spur of the moment Morgan Wallen decided to sing in Nashville. Because, you know, news. We don't need it, right? And Kane Brown did not attend Lauren Alaina's wedding due to the birth of his daughter, Cody. As a matter of fact, the two stars have been friends since high school. They even performed in choir together. And, Kane Brown actually chose the birthday of his daughter, Cody, instead of going to Lauren Alaina's wedding because they happened on the same day. So that, again, just shows you basically, you know, the kind of good person that Kane Brown is. Now, I'm sure that he sent some sort of very nice gift to make up for his absence. And Luke Combs has done something that only Mr. Willie Nelson has been able to do before, and that is replace himself at number one on the charts. That's right, the track Different Round Here with Riley Green was at number one last week, and, well, Where the Wild Things Are is at number one this week. Willie Nelson's the only person who's ever been able to do that before this. He did it in the 70s and in the 80s, but so far this century, Luke Combs is the only one who's been able to do it. So congratulations to him. Speaking of Morgan Wallen earlier on, here he is helping Thomas Rhett with Mamaw's House on Froggy 99.9.
Sorry, y'all.
Froggy 99.9 plays the most country. Jackson Dean with Fearless. Ben Merritt hanging with you on your Wednesday. It's time for some shower thoughts. Well, not quite yet, but I'm giving you 8 minutes of anticipation for you to go, do I want to hear these shower thoughts? Yeah, you want to hear them.
I swear that you...
Shower Thoughts with Ben.
In an alternative universe, fish might have a sport called land fishing. A fire truck is actually a water truck. Wrinkles are just skin's version of tree rings. If a tree produces paper and we write on paper, are we just reading tree tattoos?
Shower Thoughts with Ben.
So you'll...
Froggy 99.9 plays the most country. That's Warren Siders, Pretty Little Poison. It's time for your Text Club question of the day. The Froggy Text Club is brought to you by Bank of North Dakota's College Save program. To get involved in the conversation, make sure that you just text in at 35270 with a backhanded compliment that you actually received in real life. And again, when people say these things, they think that they're being nice. They think that they're giving you an actual compliment. But let's be honest. How many radio folks love hearing, well, you got a voice for radio? Well, no, duh. That's why I work in radio. When you actually say, you got a face for radio, too. That, not actually a backhanded compliment. That's just rude. Don't say that to your favorite radio DJ because they will get mad. So again, text in 35270, one of them that's already come in. You're surprisingly smart for someone from your family. That's a pretty, I'm not going to lie, that's a pretty good one. That's one of those sneaky ones. Again, they're not meant to be funny, but they usually end up being pretty funny. 35270 to get involved. We listen to Dylan Scott on Froggy 99.9. I need it. Froggy 99.9 plays the most country. That's Chris Young getting you home. Talking about backhanded compliments in the Froggy Text Club, brought to you by Bank of North Dakota's College Save Program, 35270. You can feel free to text in with your backhanded compliments that you've received in real life. Whoever was telling you thought that they were saying something nice. I was talking to a coworker here in the building, and he said that his mom dropped this one on him, talking about his dating game. She goes, well, at least you smell good. Mom getting a little savage with my coworker. I mean, it's true. At least he does smell good. I will give him that. Pretty, smart, funny. Those are all questionable traits, but he does smell good. So, here's one that I got in for the text club. Your makeup doesn't look cakey today. I don't know what that means. I'm not a makeup person. That's a bad thing, I'm assuming. I mean, obviously that's a bad thing because that person wouldn't have texted it in. So text in your backhanded compliment, 35270, to be part of the Froggy Text Club question of the day, brought to you by Bank of North Dakota's College Save Program. Right now, it's Tyler Hubbard. Back then, right now, I'm Froggy. Back when Froggy 99.9 plays the most country. That's Chris Jansen. Fix a drink. Wrapping up the Froggy Text Club question of the day, brought to you by the Bank of North Dakota's College Save Program. 35270 is where this text message came to. A friend who works at a marketing job told me that she had a modeling gig that I'd be perfect for. Says, quote, very average looking, unintimidating man to model a backpack vacuum cleaner. Average looking, unintimidating. Oh my God. He did go on to say, I took the job. Well, of course you take the job. It's easy money. Easy money. Someone once told me, you're so lucky that you don't care about what people think about you. I'm not sure if it was a compliment or a subtle insult, they said. I mean, it depends on like what you were wearing or what your hair looked like or how you were acting. If it was how you were acting, that's probably an insult. But if it's what you were wearing, you do you, boo-boo. That's all I got to say. Again, you can keep them coming. The backhanded compliments that you received in real life, 35270 to the Froggy Text Club. Here's Cody Johnson now. This is the Painter on Froggy 99.9. Froggy 99.9 plays the most country. Connor Smith, Creek Will Rise. Is the secret to guilt-free chocolate indulgence hiding in your breakfast bowl? Discover the revelation that's set to rock the candy aisle. Froggy 99.9 plays the most country. Sam Hunt with Outskirts coming to the Ralph in just about a month. Really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to telling you some news coming up in just a little bit as well, too, pertaining to one Mr. Sam Hunt. But right now, tell me something good. Penn State researchers have sweet news for chocolate aficionados looking for health-conscious options. Here's the deal. A new study spearheaded by two professors at Penn State found that oat flour can actually be a substitute for sugar in chocolate, effectively allowing for a 25% reduction in added sugar. This means decreasing the total sugar of approximately 13.5%. Now, here's the deal. To determine the consumer acceptability of the low-sugar chocolates, participants took tests, blind taste tests, comparing chocolates with traditional amounts of sugar and reduced sugar with oat or rice flour. Chocolates with oat flour weren't just accepted, sometimes they were preferred, being described as smoother, softer, and creamier. So the next time that you reach for a chocolate bar, it may just be containing the culinary curveball of oat flour in it. But you know what? If it'll let you eat more sugar or more chocolate, it's not that bad, is it? Froggy 99.9 plays the most country. That's Lainey Wilson, Wildflowers, Wild Horses. And it's time for me to tell you what I was getting at about 8 minutes ago with Sam Hunt. Sam's coming to the Ralph on March 23rd. He's bringing a couple of guests with him, Brett and Lily. You may know them, you may not. But you don't have tickets. Here's the deal. You can have tickets this weekend because Froggy is doing a Sam Hunt winning weekend where as you listen over the weekend throughout every hour, Ryan Kelly, Brian Scott, Tim Howe, all three of their shows, Saturday and Sunday, you'll be listening for keywords. When you hear the keyword, text it in, and you're in the running for some tickets to go see Sam Hunt at the Ralph on March 23rd in Grand Forks. It's going to be really easy for you to win. Just keep listening to Froggy. Text in the word as you hear it to 35270, and boom, you are in the running. Sam Hunt winning weekend coming up this weekend right here on Froggy 99.9. It's Morgan Wallen right now with Last Night. Froggy 99.9 plays the most country, the Zach Brown Band and Knee Deep. We got your dad jokes coming up in about 8 minutes here on Froggy, but first it's Ashley Cook. Froggy 99.9 plays the most country with some Landco and Greatest Love Story. Going old school with that one. That one came out right about the time I think I got in radio, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, it's time for some dad jokes. Best part of your day. Don't you lie to me either. I'm your fake dad in this scenario, so don't lie, because then the dad jokes will just get worse. Why did the smartphone need glasses? Well, that's because it lost all its contacts. Obviously. Hey, did you hear about the new restaurant on the moon? Great food. Absolutely no atmosphere, though. Again, these dad jokes, they make you think sometimes. Do you know enough about your science to understand that one? I think you do. Where do you go to learn about banana splits? That would be Sunday school. Sunday school. You get it? Okay, it's spelled differently, all right? It's Kane Brown now. I can feel it on Froggy. I can see that. Froggy 99.9 plays the most country that's hardy, truck bed. And just a reminder that coming up this weekend, it's a Sam Hunt winning weekend. Sam's coming to the Ralph along with Brett Young and Lily Rose. Lily put on an awesome show when she was here with Shania Twain earlier in the year, or late last 2023, I guess, technically. But coming back, going to be there with Sam Hunt, and you can win some tickets because it's Sam Hunt winning weekend. Means that throughout the weekend with Ryan Kelly, Brian Scott, and Tim Howe, you're going to be hearing keywords all weekend long. When you hear that word, just text it to 35270, and you're in the running for some tickets to check out the show. So make sure you text it in whenever you hear it. Every hour, you're going to hear a fresh keyword, and all you got to do is text it to 35270 for your chance to get those tickets. So Sam Hunt winning weekend this weekend on Froggy 99.9. Right now, this is Tyler Hubbard, 5'9".
Jagman.
Froggy 99.9 plays the most country. That is the Eli Young Band and Love Ain't. We are just about 8 minutes away for some random facts on a hump day. Again, you learn something every day, you stay young forever. Right now, it's Morgan Wallen and Eric Church. Froggy 99.9 plays the most country. That's Parmalee with Carolina. Time for some random facts. Keep you young by teaching you something here on a Wednesday afternoon. This one, when you think back, you go, oh yeah, they talked about the other one, but they never wore their logos. When characters on The Big Bang Theory wore superhero t-shirts, they were always characters from DC Comics, like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, so on and so forth. That's because the show and DC Comics were both owned by Warner Brothers. So therefore they could get the rights to it pretty easily. That makes sense. The Beatles spent the most weeks at number one on the Billboard album charts when you factor in all of their albums. 132 weeks total. That's more than 2.5 years when you put it all together. Taylor Swift is next with 69 weeks. She'll get up there, I'm sure of it. And Colgate toothpaste, when it first came out in 1873, was sold in jars, and one of its ingredients was just straight up soap. You're welcome.
My big brother.
Froggy 99.9 plays the most country. Gabby Barrett and Glory Days. Now, the question is, what happens when country music royalty meets with NFL stardom off the field? Garth Brooks has set the stage for a surprising duet that nobody saw coming. We'll talk about that in Nashville Now in 8 minutes. But right now, it's Scotty McCreery. Froggy 99.9 plays the most country. That's Chris Jansen, and All I Need Is You. In an exciting blend of country music and sports star power, Garth Brooks has extended a personal invitation to Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. The country legend wants Kelce to make an onstage magic debut singing his hit song, Friends in Low Places, at the opening of Garth Brooks' new bar in Nashville. But it's not just a solo act. Kelce is encouraged to bring his crew along with him, shaping up for a memorable performance. Plus, GB has said that he will join Kelce on stage, and if Kelce doesn't show up, then Garth's probably not going to show up either. So this is a pretty big deal if you're planning on making that trip to Nashville for the opening of Garth Brooks' new Friends in Low Places bar and Honky Tonk, or Honky Tonk and Grill, I think is what it is. You should be tweeting at Travis Kelce going like, hey man, you better show up because I want to see Garth too. Dang it.
The front.
Froggy 99.9 plays the most country. Thomas Rhett's Morgan Wallen, Mama's house to wrap it up for me here on your Wednesday. Second best day of the work week is coming up in less than do math fast. 10 hours? No, 6 hours. Who knows? You know what? Tomorrow, Thursday, second best day of the work week. It's my favorite day of the week. Lots of things to get done and lots of things to plan for because, like I said, this weekend, Sam Hunt winning weekend. We're giving away some Sam Hunt tickets for the Ralph again on March 23rd. So make sure that you're listening for those keywords over the weekend. Ryan Kelly, Brian Scott, Tim Howe, they're going to have those keywords for you every hour this coming weekend. When you hear them, just text them to 35270 and you'll be in the running for some tickets. Sam Hunt winning weekend right here on Froggy 99.9. I am out of here. PJ is in next. He'll take you all the way up until midnight. So good luck with that. He's in a mood. He's standing over there staring at me. Knock it off. It makes me uncomfortable. It's Justin Moore and Priscilla Block.